I went to an antique store last week looking for a hardcover book that I could use to turn into an altered art book. I didn't want one that was too big, so I felt like this was the right size, and then I didn't want one that has a lot of pages in it because, as I'm learning, some of these things can be a big commitment. So I found this little book. I love it. It's called 8 a.m. Shadows by Patricia Hubel. It was published in 1965, and a nice thing about it is it has this inscription on the front: to Kathleen, happy birthday, 1970, from George. So that's really nice, and I feel like maybe this book was in Kathleen's things when she passed away, maybe. Or maybe it just didn't have a lot of meaning to her anymore, or maybe she didn't like George and she donated the book. But in any case, I feel like there was a moment here when somebody bought this book. I remember what things were like in the 70s, and no one was really buying poetry books, so that's all really interesting to me. So it's got these lovely poems in it and some really beautiful illustrations. I think it's gorgeous just the way it is, and also I know that it will sit on my shelf for a long time and do nothing. So I have decided I'm going to turn this into an altered book. I know lots of people have lots of feelings about doing altered books, but like I said, you can really give some old books that are sitting around doing nothing a new lease on life, and I know that some art journalers actually have success in selling these things, and then they move on to bring someone else some joy with their art. So I'm thinking that I want to preserve most of these pages that have little pictures on them. I think that's going to look really nice when I incorporate it into some collage. That's really what I plan on doing with this book, is doing collage. I know that collage books can sometimes get a little bit thick, and I don't want this book to become so thick with stuff that the spine gets under pressure and it falls apart. So I'm going to take out some of the pages before I start working, just to make the book a little bit thinner, and then that way it'll have some room to give when I start working. So like I said, I'm going to take out the pages that have the little pictures on them, but some of these other pages I don't think I feel really compelled to keep. So I'm going to use my ruler. I've got it not quite at the spine. I'm just leaving a little bit of space again, so that because I want the spine to stay intact. And then you sort of just take a deep breath and go for it. I'm going to keep these pages. These are also going to be put to good use in other art. Maybe I'm going to take this one off, and then I'll keep that because it looks pretty. And that's got a picture. Maybe I'll keep these ones. This has got a picture of this side, so that's cute. Also cute. And then, okay, so here's a page that doesn't have a picture. Oh, it has got this little clock. But you know what? I'm going to take this one out and use the little clock for something else. So. None of these pages are going to go to waste, so don't worry. Okay, so then this one also doesn't have anything on it, but I just took one out, so I'm going to leave that. And later on when I'm working on these pages, I will read the little poems and just give them some thought. And then I'm going to keep these poems as well to use in other artwork. These are great to use in collages and things because they're short and they give you nice little blocks of text, but they still give you enough room on the page to create some art around them. So I'm just going through, looking for pages that don't have pictures, that I'm not really that fussed about, and then I'm taking out some of the pages. Okay. And I don't want to take out too many pages that are close together because that's not really going to work out either. Oops, that's okay. Okay, so then maybe like towards the end of the book, there's quite a lot of pages that have text only on them, and that's okay. So I'll just take out a few of these. I'll leave that one because I just took one out. Okay, there's a kid with a garbage can. Okay. And I like this little door. And then, okay, so I need to take out one more at the back here. I like both of these pictures. I don't know about this kid with the garbage can, so I'm going to take this one out, and then maybe I'll use this picture somewhere else, or maybe I'm going to use the poem that's on the back. Oop. Ding, I just hit my ruler off of my metal lamp that I have. Okay, so I mean, that's it. Like, I don't need to do much more than that. It was just to take out some pages to start making enough room to make some art. So in the end, I probably took out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pages. No big deal, right? And there's the cat. So that's pretty much it. I think this is like kind of a standard process for getting the book ready for making an altered book, and I just wanted to share that. So, I mean, let's see where I get to with this. I think I'm going to make this one a little bit special because I really like it. So I was thinking, what if I, on some of these pages that have like a short poem, what if I put a piece of watercolor paper down here and I could do a little painting in it now or later? And then I'm also going to do a bit of collage on some of these pages. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. I needed to start a new collage book. And that's about it from me on this one. Thank you.